Look, that's the base.
Perfect, mommy. There we go.
Watch the moonlight shining on the bay. In my mind, I wish it was easier to stay. All the moments we shared, I would.
Look how clean we are. So clean. We were up in our Catfind, busy. What's
in my mouth.
Yeah, it's everywhere. We were up in the Catfind, busy sanding and just smoothing out the walls after we spackled. You spackled?
Yeah, after we've taped and plastered the walls.
Yeah. So we've now done that. Now we're busy smoothing out our work as best we can. As you can see, we're super clean. And next we're going to, I guess, clean the walls and start painting.
Once it's dry. The rest of it.
Yes. Put your hands up.
If you put that near my ass, I'm going to kill you.
It's so going there now.
So the first thing I do outside every morning is I go over to the greenhouse, I empty the dehumidifier, I just do an overall check on all the plants, check if it's all okay. Good morning, planties. Some good germination going on there. Also in the mornings come check up on our liquid cultures, and this one with the grain spawn in actually jumps off the magnet every time. Have a look at that. See how the mycelium is running up? See there? Put the magnet back here. See if it works. One of the other things we also did is we spent some time just creating this for the entrance hall of our greenhouse. Just some newspaper clippings. And this is from Dagens Nyheter, this is from Västerbotten's Mellanbygd, Jord and Skog. So that's really awesome to see. And over on this side, our Nordland Living cover that we were on. And as I said in one of the posts on our Instagram and Facebook, is making this was actually so cool to just take a look back at the last year and like look at what's happened. And we're very, very grateful for how everything turned out, but we also know that it was a tremendous amount of hard work that we put in. So apart from the leak detectors that we're doing, we're also trying to do more preemptive monitoring on especially the greenhouse, everything that would affect our business. So we installed that smoke detector over there, and what makes it cool is that's a wireless smoke detector. It's linked to our home automation, and it will send a push notification the moment that there's any smoke detected. So that's something that's really, really very helpful for me and makes me sleep a lot better at night. Another thing that we've also been spending a lot of time on this summer especially was spreading gravel. And if you look here, it's gravelled all the way up to the barn now, into the newly built carport next to it. And this is I think 130 tons worth of gravel that Daniela and I have spread here. You see the seasons changing, especially the birches changing color. So this is part of the fiber project that we've got going on here. Now, as some of you may know, we rely on 4G at the moment, LTE, which we really don't get. We get like really close to 4G, 1 bar. and we run a directional antenna, and that's been up and down. And in summertime, there's a lot of holiday homes here, so in summertime it really just drops down to absolutely nothing. So it's been really, really tempting to get fiber, and it's something that we miss. You know, we come from the big city that had fiber and all those things. It's become a thing, you know, like water and electricity. You know, it's become a basic necessity. Now the thing with the fiber is the cost. If you look over there, that's the line where the fiber goes, right? We go across, and boop, to our house. Now that is probably no more than 30 meters. For the privilege of connecting to that, they want 25,000 crowns, and that's a lot of money for, I don't know, for let's call it 30 meters max worth of fiber. And I understand it's also like to cover the infrastructure and what, but you know, really at the end of the day, it's just a ridiculous amount. Oh, and on top of that, you have to dig your own trench. So what are you really getting? And there's all those EU grants for fiber and to make it more affordable and so forth, but honestly, 25,000 crown, you know, just out of principle, it feels like we're being shafted over here, and people are paying it. And I think that's desperation more than anything. And it's weird, you hear people saying that, yes, we can't let small villages die. How do we get more people coming to smaller villages? And on the flip side of that, you know, you have no fiber and you charge 25,000. Ridiculous. And you see, it's Daniela's turn, and she's busy watering the plants, so forth. Over there we have Madison waiting to go to school. So yeah, usually by this time we've done a few things already, and we lock up everything again and we get ready to take my son to school. He can't use the bus until he's 6 years old, so it's a trip in the morning and in the afternoon again for us. Something else that we also did that I'm hoping will make our lives a lot easier is I actually brought power to the outside here of the carport, and there is a smart plug there, and that runs to an engine heater. So now you can just switch on the engine heater from inside. But I think what makes it really cool is the fact that we actually added some automation to it. If it's below a certain temperature, it will switch on at a certain time in the morning, and then at a certain time again after this has been on, then the cabin heaters in the cars will switch on. So I'm really looking forward to testing that in winter. So no such thing as a traditional day here. School called as we were halfway back, and they said, by the way, there's no school today. So we went back to go fetch the kids. Anyway, so then usually we get home, we unlock the greenhouse, open up the barn, and we set ourselves up to do what we want to do for that day. So yeah, usually by this time we get started on what we need to do. Like I said, today is a little bit non-traditional because the kids are here again. So we'll probably feed them breakfast. But what we have on the cards for today is we're going to fix a part of the basement roof. Well, where the previous owners redid the bathroom, they ripped out some of the, if you look in the basement, the ceiling, they ripped out the ceiling there just to do the piping and stuff. So usually later in the day we'll go fetch Vaini at school, and obviously today, because there wasn't school, we have that extra time. We run most of our stuff on a list on Trello, and yeah, so for example today we had, and these are things that has already been completed. Move the hydroponic pipes to the barn, which you can see over there. I stacked them up there. Cut off the old radiator pipes in the hallway and the bathroom. Done that. Moved the freezer to the greenhouse. Did that. Changed the sewage downpipe in the basement for the bathroom. Yeah, so those are the things that have happened so far, and then just in between some things like added the element that arrived today, so added that in the tri-clamp fitting and so forth. So yeah, we try and be busy here, and we try and get as much done as possible. And we're fetching our ATV tomorrow, which was in for service, as well as the front diff that got replaced. At least it was under warranty. I don't know what happened there. It just made a funny sound when you drove faster than 30. Yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, also put up some insulation in the bathroom floor in the basement, which is its roof. Did that today, and Daniela and I were just about to put up a panel to close it off nicely, and the panel just snapped in half completely, and that was like the last panel we had, so we couldn't do that. So tell us what you did today, because we have a bit of a day in the life, but your day was a very busy day too.
Yes, my day was very much planting, and more planting. Now I'm making food for our children.
And then we had that pesky panel that we tried to put up, and that broke. So
yes, so now we have to figure out how to get another pesky panel down there. So.
And we also loaded a freezer.
Oh yeah, I've already forgotten about the freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how much we do. We forget about the things we do. Most people be like highlights of their day. I moved a freezer today. Not us.
That's good. So everything's in full swing with the winter prep. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for spending a day with us. And we'll catch you again really soon. Bye.